live.
Bonjour.
Bonjour Nebil.
Alors c'est en anglais, en arabe ou en français?
Non, on fait en arabe. On va passer à
En
l'arabe,
arabe.
mais c'était juste pour te dire bonjour, pour t'introduire à Rita. Ça fait longtemps, j'espère que tu vas bien.
Oui.
On va passer à l'arabe parce qu'on est en Arabie Saoudite.
D'accord.
Je vais demander les questions en anglais que je vous ai envoyées.
Il n'y a pas de problème.
Ok.
Je suis prêt à répondre sur 3 langues, donc c'est à vous de choisir.
اوكي انا بدي اقول لك انه نحن كثير مبسوطين تكون معنا اونلاين. نحن كنا حابينك تكون معنا لاوريكا سعوديه. Unfortunately ما قدرت. كورونا still everywhere. بقى شو بدنا نعمل؟ It's our first اوريكا لايف. انت بتونس، في بالسعوديه اوريكا، وريتا وانا من لبنان عم نعمل انترفيو معك. نحن أوريكا عم يفتح لأول مرة من بعد 1.5 سنة، هيدا أول أوريكا بنعمله، وبالسعودية أول معرض بيصير، ونحن كتير مبسوطين اتليست تكون معنا أونلاين.
هذا شرف كبير ليا، وما تعرفش قداش أنا فرحان اللي je participe à distance معكم pour cette première fois, pour la deuxième fois à l'Oreca. Et surtout, je découvre que l'équipe est en train de développer. Elles s'appellent tous Rita, mais elles sont aussi bonnes l'une que l'autre. Elles sont parfaites.
On a 3 Rita. On a 3 Rita.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Tu es quelqu'un d'incroyable à savoir choisir les gens qui t'entourent. Bravo. Bravo.
Merci, merci. شكرا انك معنا. I'll leave the floor هلا لريتا تاخذ من هون وتكمل. أنا I just wanted to say hi. Take care. يلا.
Thank you very much.
The floor is yours.
يعيشك. On reste en contact.
Absolument.
À très bientôt.
À bientôt.
Hello Nebil, thank you for joining us on Oreca Live. I'm sure that our audience will enjoy this session. Allow me please first to introduce you to everyone. Nebil Rokbani, culinary judge and president of the Association Maître des Saveurs et Gastronomes de Tunisie. Chef Nebil is the official representative of world chefs in Tunisia and an international food judge and consultant, helping chefs promote authentic Tunisian food in a gastronomic way. Chef Nebil oversees and manages the organization of several culinary events and international competitions. Okay, let's begin the interview. So Nebil, just we want to know what differentiates the Tunisian culinary scene from the rest of the countries.
I will start 10 years ago, and since 10 years now, a lot of culinary associations are founded here in Tunisia. The culinary events were something unknown. And now it's become a tradition a little bit. A lot of not only professional, even amateurs, and even the students in the schools, in their program, there's a lot of schools planned already from the first year competition, culinary competition events.
Yes.
So what is special a little bit more in this in the scene that it starts now with our association and another association. We start since 5 years now to introduce the mind of an international culinary event in Tunisia. You know that it should be prepared before years. And we start with the mind and the mentality to introduce the international culinary events in Tunisia. Yes, there is another thing. It's the lunch product and the lunch product cuisine. Those are since few years the main theme culinary events. That let me personally the opportunity to discover a lot of region by my research, and it's happened also to other culinary events to do it not only in Tunis, the main city, but also in some other states in Tunisia. Yes, and that has created a new goal in our association and in the Tunisian culinary scene. It's the culinary tourism. It's something very new that we started since 5-6 years. Now the Tunisian tourist and turner in the Tunisia, he can choose a destination or a city because their lens product or because their lens product cuisine, and this is something really new. And the culinary tourism also, we're still working on it, but our main goal will be to let Tunisia know as an international culinary tourism destination. For example, we start with another association since 1 year now to let the Tunisian gastronomy and cuisine recognized as a global cuisine. For example, by World Chef. We will start it in 2022 because with the COVID pandemic had blocked us, but we start already since 1 year to select chefs, foreign destination, even a Tunisian chef that works abroad to participate in this action. And the first one has already started in March, last March, and the second temptation and wave will be in October, next October, with the famous recipe of berkoukish. So we have already contacted some chefs to do this recipe by sending us back a video of their culinary performance. There is also a cultural interest. This is a new scene, culinary Tunisian new scene. Also, the cultural interest in the culinary. That's something new. It's not only artisanal. It's not only folkloric. It's become a cultural interest. And for example, if you see the normal TV programs in Tunisia, when they speak about regions, I am speaking about 10 years. If I compare 10 years ago, maybe it will be a recipe, maybe. And even when there is a recipe, it will not take more than 1-2 minutes. Now all the TV program that speak about regions in Tunisia, they let at least 20% of their time program to follow and to show the whole
recipe
tapes to do a recipe, at least one recipe. It means that have more interest, cultural interest. Also, we don't forget that in this January, this is not only Tunisia, but it's North Africa, and Tunisia is from North Africa. UNESCO has recognized that couscous is an African human heritage for North African countries. So it's something very, very strong for us that in Tunisia we have a lot of specificity in our couscous if we compare to the North African recipes, but it's a confirmation of the cultural, the culinary aspect of the cultural interest. The last thing, it's also very important that we must say that the Tunisian Tourism Ministry, since 2 years now, they start to support Culinary Association to be abroad or to do their events, especially international events here in Tunisia. And I think it's very, very, very important to start get the support from the Tunisian state in this subject.
Let's go into trends. What is the most popular culinary trend in Tunisia? What's popular in Tunisia?
Okay, I will take 2 ways. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I will start with the bad trend, and later I will speak about the good trend. Okay.
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 That's fair.
The bad trend is deep frying. I hate it. Okay. Everything starts. There is a lot of confusion even when I saw housewives or amateur, even some professional, when they start to cook.
Yeah.
In French we say sauté or étuver. The Tunisian deep fried. We use because we are fan of olive oil, so sometimes we use a little bit more oil than we need.
Yes.
Other ways, it started to have a nice table, to have some fried pepper, or to make some to prepare some fried potatoes. Until now, I see more and more that it's already included in the recipe. It means if you make a couscous, if you invite somebody to your home for a couscous party or something, for him it must be a plate of fried pepper. And for me, it disturbed me because it's really something new that became in our let me say it in French, réflexe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the good way, there is good ways. Okay.
Okay.
The good ways, especially these last years, because a lot of changement after the political what happened in Tunisia the last 10 years, and the economic crisis also.
Yes.
It done something that I like it very much, that the housewives come back to our traditional way to preserve food as the old fashion.
Old way of preserving food.
Yeah, we call it in Tunisian, it's a Tunisian word, we call it العولة. It means what we will preserve it as food that we prepare one time, but for the whole year or for the whole season. So the same products, at least 70–80% of those products, it's industrial, and you can find them in the market. But since a few years now, the Tunisian remark that it can be, and it will be not so expensive if he do it home. So the ladies become a little bit the reflex and the tradition to prepare their oula at home again. And even the good way too, by the popular culinary trend, is the Tunisian pastry. Now there is a lot of ladies, they are not professional. In the past, there was not professional. It was families that are well known to do our traditional pastry. And now, since a few years, there is a lot of young people that had made school, or they are jobless because of the COVID, so they do at home, or they make as an assembly. There are 2 or 3 persons to propose our pastry or kitchen in the events, in the Eid, for example, or something. This is a new trend, and a lot of youngs, especially, they start their business slowly, for sure, but they start their business from this temptation to start something, but in the traditional way and with the traditional recipes.
If you were to talk about Tunisian consumers, what would you say?
The Tunisian consumer, you mean the profiling?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I will choose probably the age, the old profile. I will profile them by their age. I would say that the young people, more and more, they are, it's really a new generation who are looking for healthy food.
Yes.
They're looking for bio. They think environment. Sometimes they choose a recipe to buy it or to eat it because it's not imported, because it's local. But I'm thinking environment, not only business. I found that this age of customers, this age of this profile of consumer, they are more and more interested to land's product, to the land's cuisine, but in the healthy way.
Yes.
And if there is a small touch with gastronomy, it will be great.
Yeah, of course.
And the other, not the others, but the other profile, it will be the people who are a little bit more older. My generation, a little bit older, a little bit younger. We are the generation that we grow with the industrial products, fat cuisine, fast cuisine. So it means fast cuisine too. Discovering and trying foreign recipes. I remember now, for example, if I compare, when you speak with the young housewife who is 22, 23 years old, not all of them, but the most of them, even if she don't know how to cook or an old recipe or a bio recipe, she is not proud to say, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, but our generation, we were proud to do, I make a lasagna better than, I know how to make a paella. This generation for them, why should I make a lasagna if I must have a foreign cheese that I will import it and it costs the environment. This is the difference. If we bench a little bit between the way to think between the two profiles or between the two
age brackets,
consumers, in this thinking way.
Okay, so let's talk about women. As you've mentioned a lot, the housewives. If we are to go into how are women integrated in the Tunisian hospitality sector, what are the challenges faced, and how to empower women to be more involved in this sector?
Okay, as I see, there is no obstacles for women
Yeah.
in the hospitality
Industry.
activities in Tunisia.
Yeah.
Okay, but the activities don't attract a lot the women.
Mm.
It depends. In fact, I see, for example, when I go, or when even one in my generation, and it's a little bit different and better now.
Yeah.
When you go to the school to study,
Yes.
in the hotellerie school, for example, to study,
Yeah.
there is the housekeeping, for example. They don't say to you, "You are a man, don't go to the housekeeping."
Okay.
They will try that you change your orientation.
Yeah.
And in the other ways, there is no speciality that it's for. There is no speciality that women and ladies cannot do.
Yes. Okay.
It's open for ladies, but it's first not so open for men. Okay.
Okay.
Now to start the orientation to study, but later in the work, everybody will have the same chance to work. It means in our work in the hospitality, especially in the hotellerie, especially in food and beverage,
yes,
there are hard, long days for years. There is no weekends. There is no Christmas days. There is no, and especially for people who want to make an international career, there is a lot of traveling.
Yes.
And all those conditions or all those details are more easier for men than for a woman.
For women, yeah.
Even now, I see, for example, a lot of Tunisian women and ladies. They are very talented and they already traveled foreign, and this is new for these last 5 years.
Okay.
For example, and it's not a question of skills or ability, because I traveled in my section. We studied together in my promotion, my school promotion.
Yes.
I traveled with a friend who is a girl that I hope that she is looking to us. She calls Nargis. Hi, Nargis. We traveled together in Germany for 2 years.
Yeah.
But when she come back, she started to teach.
Okay.
She is a pastry teacher. So there is a lot of ladies who are teachers in pastry, kitchen, service, etc. It means, and I know really few. I know 2 or 3 ladies who are chefs.
Yeah.
And only one works in Tunisia.
Yeah.
As a kitchen chef. And I know a lot of young people who are chef de partie. But I don't know anyone who is sous chef. This is a little bit not equilibrated.
Yeah.
And I think that it's become it's the result of what I have already said. This activity sector, it's a little bit hard even for men. The time, the long, very long days, it's really a career. There is no, so when a man, I met men, professional who after 5, 6, 8, 10 years, they stop their career for a reason or another, for COVID, for example. If after 2, 3 years, and he goes to work, another thing. If after 2, 3 years he wants, or 5 years, he wants to restart, it's already hard for a man. So I let you think, the lady want to have children, it's very normal.
Yes, very hard.
Okay. And normally they planned it. Okay, I will stop working for 3 to 4 years to have my 2-3 children. I don't know how it works, and I will come back. It's very, very hard when she comes back to balance between this our hard timing work and her family new obligations. That's why if she wants to start, she should restart in 12 or 15 years, and it makes things harder
True.
to be professional again after 10 or 15 years at home. But let me say that there is another thing who's even in professional activities, you can find women as head department. Housekeeping, it's 99.99% are ladies. Okay, I'm not speaking about this. I'm speaking about front office. I'm speaking about food and beverage. I'm speaking about other departments. There is a lot of ladies who are head departments, but there is really few who are general managers.
Let us focus a bit. Last question on you. Do you have any projects, anything you want to share before we have to wrap up?
Projects, okay. Projects. Everybody in the world, we are waiting for the end of this COVID
coronavirus. Yeah, okay. Everything is on hold. Yeah.
Yes, and the project, it will be with the association that I call always World Chef Tunisia. World Chef Tunisia, it's a regroupment of associations here in Tunisia that we have the same goals. And our principal objective will be to restart the recognizing of our Tunisian gastronomy as an international cuisine. Very important.
Yeah.
Especially that we start, as I said to you before, that we start already since 1 year after stopping.
Yeah.
Also, we are preparing for the global Congress with World Chef in next February.
Oh, good. Very good.
Next March, sorry. Next year, okay? It will be next year in 2022 in Dubai. And that's why we are preparing our Tunisian Culinary Awards. It's our yearly culinary competition to select profiles, and it will be in the starting of the next year. Our association collaborate very, very close with another association that calls Saveur de mon pays. It means flower, my country's flowers.
Yeah.
And this is an association who is specialized in the culinary heritage.
Yes.
We collaborate very close, and we co-organize a lot of events together. For example, this month, it will be the 6th edition of the Festival International du Pain, the Bread International Fair.
Yeah.
And we have already, even with the COVID problems, confirmation of foreign teams to participate.
Great. Great.
In October, sorry?
Yeah. I'm saying these are great events that you are in the midst of preparing. But unfortunately, we wish we had more time to discuss. We ran out of time, unfortunately. We need to wrap up. I want to thank you for the time, for your time,
You're
and for sharing your knowledge with us. It was a sincere pleasure. I wish we had more time to cover everything, as you have a lot of knowledge and it was very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
your
much,
time.
Rita.
And hopefully we'll reconnect soon.
Okay, and keep close in this horeca.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you. Bye.
See you, bye.